Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video, and today we are doing another AI coding build for an application that I would like to try and introduce into my sort of YouTube video style. So we are going to try and get Foreman, my application that utilizes Claude Code and other coding agents, to try and build a TopTen application or a TopTen generator. So let me try and explain a little bit more about what I mean. So here we can see I've literally just asked Google the question, show me the top 10 UK singles from November 1984. And we get a nice list. We get results back, and we can literally give it any month and any year and ask for this. It doesn't have to be singles, it can be movies, TV shows, celebrity events, world events, anything like that. So I want to build this into a generator so I can potentially start adding top 10s to the end of my YouTube videos. So that is the reason for building this. We are going to utilize the software that I created that utilizes Claude Code and coding agents, and this will just vibe code the application for us. So the idea excuse me, came from Chris Evans. If you are not from the UK, it is not Marvel Chris Evans. We have a ginger comedian, this Chris Evans, that I got the idea from. So in his biography, it kind of explains here that he started to introduce a recurring format of top 10 lists at the start of his chapters, and it really interests me. So that is where I am getting this idea from. So let's get straight over into Foreman and take a look at what we're looking at. So let's generate a new build. We have an existing folder which I did create especially for this, but it is blank. It's got nothing inside. So projects and top 10 generator. So we will create this project, and we can start writing to-dos and plan our project this way, or we can just dive straight in, which is what we're going to do. We are going to use Sonnet 5, or in fact, no, let's use Opus 8 for this. Just a quick, let's see if I can get this up, token check. I've currently got or used 30%, and it resets in 3.5 hours. So I would really like to try and build this app within that token limit. So we're just going to let Opus go and see where we get to. So let's crack on and have a look. Okay, so back into Foreman. We've got Opus selected. We don't need a reviewer. So let's start with the prompt, and we can say, I need you to build me an app / site that generates top 10s. Given a month and year and a subject, it will generate a list of top 10s. It must have nice interactive cards to display the top 10s, and each item must be clickable and each item must have a short description. For example, I can choose top 10 UK singles from November 1984. What would be the best, most sufficient stack? And can you help me build this? This is to enhance my YouTube videos with more interaction and hopefully create a small community. Let's see what it does with that. Quite a simple prompt, but with any luck, it kind of gets it off that, the first one. I don't think we need to give it any more than that. Opus is very capable. It's generated the OBS transition that you can see between my scenes, where it's my company logo that spins. Absolutely fantastic. So that's a great project idea. Before I start building, let's lock in a couple of decisions that shape the whole architecture, mainly how the lists get generated, since that's the core of the app, which it is. So it's suggesting React and TypeScript and Tailwind, which is what I would have done it with if I would have developed it. Claude API, Vercel, hosting free tier, custom domain support for your community. The one real trade-off, an LLM can generate any subject instantly, but may occasionally get a specific chart position slightly wrong. A real data API is precise, but only covers narrow domains. Okay, so I want to use Claude. Do you already have an Anthropic Claude key? Yes. Fully build. Okay, let's see what it can do with that. It will need permissions, it will need approval. Gemini, if you use Gemini in Foreman and you add your Gemini key, that usually doesn't need permissions. It just goes out straight away and says, okay, I've got the folder, I'm going to build it, boom, and it builds it. So let's just see what Opus can do for us. So let's just give that a second and jump into the tokens, 33%. So it's used 3% thinking about it, so that's not too bad. So I do or will be featuring a lot more of my applications that I've created on YouTube. So I have one called Wander Local. That is a travel companion application. So I will be doing a detailed dive into this on YouTube and creating a few videos and a playlist to introduce people to this and just what it does. So this is a fantastic application where you can find local things to do anywhere that you are in the world. Ideas, excursions, taxis, hospitals, medical, anything you need, this app can find it for you literally wherever you are in the world. And then we've just got the Foreman homepage, so all the links to these applications will be in the YouTube description. So if anybody is interested in downloading these and giving these a try, more than welcome. They're all there, and some of them are paid, but I do have a Patreon, which will also be in the link to the Patreon account will also be in the description. And if you sub to one of my Patreon memberships, you get all these applications for free. You just instantly get given free keys to them and access to the GitHub repos, and they just instantly become open source to you. So yeah, if you're interested in that, please give that a look and a try. Let's get back to Foreman. Oops, excuse me. So we've got a permissions, it's asking us, yeah, it's creating the Next.js application, which is a wrapper for React. Claude API, Supabase, oh wow. Cool, so it's, I mean, I think it's creating a little bit more intuitive or involved than I actually asked, but that's fine. Usually Opus does go up above and beyond, especially with its research. So let's, oh, we're writing a response. Yeah, so let's catch up with this when Opus actually finishes and gives us something to look at. Okay, so we are just back with Foreman. Let's allow this. It wants to start building the app now. This is the stack that it's chosen. Next 16 and React 19. Personally, I'm a Vue.js developer, and I know that's against all probably React developers' opinions, but I do prefer Vue. It is just number one, it's easier to learn and to start with if you're getting into development than React, but it does do the same kind of things. So I currently work with Vue.js in my 9 to 5, and yeah, we absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. So let's catch up with Foreman. So it's still building. Let's do a quick token check. Oof, so it's burnt through a good 20%. We was at 30%, it did 3, and I know it's at 53. So hopefully we can finish this app before we get to 100%. That is the goal. Let's just do a quick recap. So we are building a TopTen generator. We are not building it, Cloud Code is building it, Opus 4.8 to be precise. And this is for generating top 10s to add on to the end of my YouTube videos. So there's a little bit of context behind it. Let's catch up with Foreman again. It's making some server actions. It's made the API and the roots. It's created a data layer. It's installed Supabase. I don't know why it's adding in voting. I'm pretty sure it must think this is a plugin for something, some sort of YouTube plugin or OBS plugin. I don't know why I need to auth into this app. Well, I think it's building some real cool animated app here with motion, flip, expand. So just a gentle reminder, if you do want to try Foreman, which is what we are using to build this, a link to this website will be in the description. You can download Windows or Mac. It is only available for Silicon Macs at the moment. I do apologise, but Intel version will be coming soon. So if you're interested in this, the website link will be in the YouTube description. So Foreman's pretty cool. I've enabled the ability to add small apps in like this. So we can just look at the thumbnail creator. So this will create you 3 thumbnails given a prompt. I've also got an OBS overlay creator and then a image compressor. So if anybody does pick this app up and we do start to drive a community behind it, I would love to have a sort of community marketplace where all these apps would live, and also other ideas for prompts and things like that that we can run. So yeah, if you feel interested in contributing to this application, then yes, please don't hesitate to get in touch, and we can try and get some sort of collaboration going on the repository. Okay, let's see where it's up to now. Just get you back to Foreman. It's failed on a write, but it's trying it again. It succeeded this time. Let's catch this back up when it's got something to show and we're all not just following prompts around the screen. Okay, so we are back with Foreman and token check. I'm not quite sure we're going to get this done. 67%, I don't think we're going to get this done. But best we can do is try. I mean, if it's stating that it's on the README, surely it's almost finished. And also, Opus does like to test. So pretty sure some of this usage will be burnt through testing, which is fine. That's being a good developer. We should all test. We should all write double the code and test. I do agree with that. Okay, let's catch up again. So yeah, it's doing all the .ems. It's going to ask me for a API key, which I believe I can get off screen. If it's the right key, we've got it anyway. So what's it burning through? Oh, 71. Yep, it's burning through them. But that's fine. That's what they're there for. And if you was interested to know, it is only the £18 a month that I pay for my Claude account. I have not bought any extra tokens. I don't pay for any extra tokens. You might be able to see from this that I was given £75, which was $100, I believe, they was giving away Anthropic, and I went over it by £1.21, so it's 102 usage. But I didn't pay for that. That was free usage credits that run out at the end of September. Okay, so I believe it's just running through some testing and double checking its work. This is where we start burning through the tokens. 73%. Okay, it's not too bad, I suppose. Come on, you can do this. I've got faith. You can do this. Let's watch it. Okay, so it's build succeeds. Spotted two warnings that it wants to clear up. Something to do with deprecated middleware of Next. So that's fine. We are happy that it's cleaning up after itself. 74%. We just might do this. Let's hope it doesn't go into deep testing mode, but we should be able to do this. And I'm quite confident it's going to look pretty good. Okay, should we do the build, the npm build now? Definitely not far away from a visual. Now it's fixed the warnings. Start the dev server. Fantastic. Let's have a look at what it's got. I shouldn't get as excited as I do about this stuff, but I do think that the current revolution is AI, and the bubble people are wishing will pop is just growing larger and larger and larger. So why not ride that wave while it lasts? Yeah, and hopefully learn some important things out of the end of it. But I think we can all agree that AI is not going away, and being a professional developer, I think it's coming for possibly our jobs first. So, okay, so that is a small bug that I have encountered with Foreman where it's tried to close an environment and Foreman is using that environment. So let's get back to that prompt. Don't close the server Foreman runs on, because Foreman runs locally, you see. So let's just see if it can get what I mean from that context. Yeah, it knows what I mean. Oh my god. It's actually forgot what we're working on. So it usually that's a very big surprise. It usually doesn't forget. It it usually does pick it straight back up. The project is already scaffolded. Okay, run it locally. And yeah, it usually doesn't forget like that. And what I've done is I've built in, if you can look, in fact, let's just get this screen a little bit bigger. If you see when I right click, I can share the link to this prompt. So I can share this link to another agent and it will just pick up exactly where the old one left off. So maybe I should have done that, but because this retains its own link, it can constantly check against it. So why it didn't check against it here, I'm not too sure. But let's see if this one closes Foreman, which again is a small logic bug that I need to fix at some point. I've only ever seen this twice. That's only the second time it's happened to me. Usually the agent is aware of the sandbox that it is enclosed in, so it doesn't usually do that. But let's just have a look here. It's 301 to avoid touching it. Okay, well that's fine. You might not be safe, but it's fine. I just want to see the project that it has created. Server is up and returning a 200. Let me confirm it's actually running the TopTen app and not an error page, and that Foreman is on through. Okay, so paste the key from Anthropic. Holy, okay. I'm quite happy with this. Is that because that was built with Next? Yep. So is it telling me that I have to paste my key in the .env? Okay, .env as an empty Anthropic API key. So let me get this added off screen. So 1 second, I won't be a moment. Let me just find out what this wants. Okay, yeah, we have a .env local. Paste my API key. Save. Okay, let us go back and check that again. So the API key's in, we'll just do a refresh. So I want video games from July 1999 generate. Okay. Do we have any errors? We do not. Counting down to what? Pick a subject a month and you get an interactive rank countdown with the story. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my goodness, that is exactly what I asked for. The community feed is almost ready. Once Supabase is configured, every generated list is saved here for people to browse. Holy shit. No way did I ask for that. Games from July 1989 generate. Maybe if you could see the screen. Apologies. Holy shit. Holy shit. Right, let's do a quick token check. So I'm on 80%. How much is this actually using? So let us say movies 1997. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a good one. Okay, it takes a little bit. Ooh, I love how it comes back. I love how it comes in. Oh my goodness, there's some good films here. Face Off, Men in Black, Air Force One, Batman and Robin. No way, there's some belters. Oh wow, I am. This is more than I could have possibly asked for. And the Explore tab, I'll have to find out. See the README to switch it on. So the next episode that we do, we will have had this switched on, and I'll definitely have this section fleshed out so we can have a look at what it's actually trying to do. But for now, wow. I mean, guys, Opus 4.8 absolutely nailed that brief. I'm not even going to question anything. So let's just have a little bit of a recap what happened with our tokens. So we started and I'd already used 30%. So just to generate that application that you can see there, which does actually use Claude, so it will use my token percentage here when I generate these. But this took 50% of my £18 a month Claude code usage. So again, I don't pay for any extra credits. I only use my monthly subscription. And basically I use it till it's full, and just keep going like that. So the subscription currently says it's got 2 hours and 55 minutes before it resets, and I've got 20% left. So I don't plan on using it again tonight, but that just gives you a gauge on what you can make with Opus 4.8 in 20 minutes. So yeah, I believe they've just released Opus 5 as well now, so that would be worth a check, and I'll do my research and confirm that. But yeah, an absolute fantastic top 10 generator now that I can use in my. So let's just do one more. Come on, games from December 2001. Oof. There's going to be a good year and some good games there. That's the golden age. The absolute golden age. So I would like some maybe spinning animation here where it doesn't show all the placeholders loading at once. It shows like a spinning animation and boom, they all come in. That would be super nice. But oh wow, look at these games. Oh wow, Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I can see. What I can see is that it's not added anywhere for me to export this. I'd like to export it at least via pretty text, or just something that I can paste into the description of YouTube. So let's just see if we can get Foreman to do that. Can you add the ability for me to export the lists as text to paste into my YouTube video descriptions? Whoops, video descriptions. Okay. Can you? Oh, okay. Another little bug that I spotted earlier on. Sometimes it just needs. So yeah, it's picked this up now. But sometimes it kind of just needed an extra prompt, because I think it's kind of like trying to wrap up the old session here as well as picking up this new prompt. So yeah, I am totally happy with that, especially for however much that's just cost me out of £18. I'm completely happy to pay that for what I've just received. I mean, I could have coded this myself and took days, if not weeks, to code that, or even style it like it's styled. But the styling, I'm not going to be fussy with for the minute. I would like a lot more glowing, and like I said, I don't want all those placeholders. But for now, I'm not happy. I'm not concerned with the styles. I just need it to get this export in, and then I can begin to use this immediately, especially straight after this video. So I'm so glad that it's added games in as well. That's fantastic. I actually bought Ocarina of Time in 1997. So that just shows you how old I am. Okay, let's catch up with it again and just monitor what it's doing. YouTube video's getting a little bit long. So it's writing me a response. Now line 6 still imports the deleted export text. Okay, so it's working its way through it. Let's do a quick token check. Oh shit, it's not going to finish this. It's not going to finish this. Okay, yeah, it's getting stuck a little bit. It's deleting files by accident. It's not going to get this finished before I run out of those tokens, so we might have to get Gemini Flash to finish this. Yeah, we're not going to get this done with Opus. That's for damn sure. Unless this is the finished response, then we will be oh wow, it is the finished response at 98%. Oh my goodness, that is lucky. So okay, so it's saying it's built its own duplicate of the feature that already existed. So we're getting an error, and now we're going to run out of tokens. Yep, there you go. So what happens is, I'm pretty sure it gets permissions stuck. It's trying to ask me something and it's hidden, and it's trying to move on from that and it can't. So that's a small bug I need to fix with Foreman. But hey, that's development, and usually that's the way it goes. So here we're going to run out of tokens, and I'm going to have to hand this task off to Gemini. Yeah, there we go. So what I'm going to have to do is copy this link, copy that, open a new task with Gemini, paste that in and say, can you pick this up? Because it's only wrapping up, you see. It might not get it on the first attempt. It should get it, I think. See, Gemini doesn't sort of give you any indication of its thinking or anything like that. Well, it does, but not always. I've noticed. So what I'm doing, I'm just converting whatever we get from these coding agent building terminals, the terminal output, and just converting that to this pretty text that you can see. But it looks like Gemini might be. It is the weekend, so, and it is a popular model. But let's see, because I'm so impatient. See if we can prompt it with a quick prompt. Let's get Foreman back so we can watch it. So he's picking it up now. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. It's picked it up. Yep, so it's checking the project now for errors, which, let's have a look. We've still got, yep, still got an error. Okay, so it's trying to build it again now. So Gemini 3.5 is free. It's coming with my free Gemini API key. Okay, so it's built. I have verified that the project compiles and resolves the outstanding ESLint warning. What features? It is running on 3001 and I still get errors. So the old agent might not be running this anymore. We're definitely still getting errors. So let's give it a bit longer. So we got this finished. We ended up with a fully working application. This last tiny slog is just me asking it to export the top tens via text. Supabase, I've not even, I have not. Most likely couple of the configuration settings that are still pointing at 3000. Close the service on 301. So it's closed Foreman again. Foreman is on the port you just closed. So I do need to fix this, I know that. No, start it on 301. My goodness. Sometimes they go easy, sometimes they don't. Okay. So we're going to get an error, I know that, but I just want to restart to see. Upgrade required. I get upgrade required error. What can that possibly be? Four, 2, 6. There is the upgrade required. Are you accessing the app directly on HTTP? No. HTTP. Oh. Nope. Okay, so it's closed it. It's closed Foreman. Reclose Foreman again. Come on, give me my app back. Because we're not getting access to Opus again for another 2 hours and 38 minutes. Foreman proxy 3000. So I'm just reading. Okay, so don't use that port. So let's figure this out. Let me have 2 minutes just doing some Googling because I'm pretty sure I know what this is. We just need an external port rather than the internal sandbox. But let's catch up when I know what's going on here and I've got some explaining to do. So I'll come back as soon as that's happened. Okay, so got that finished and it did fix it. So we now have a fully working app back. Gemini did come through for us in the end, so let's just do a quick refresh and say games from December 1990. And one issue, go away. So have a look at what it says. Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES. Oh god, look at that. F-Zero, yes. Super Famicom, Final Fantasy 3. Dragon Quest 5. Wing Commander, Phantasy Star 2. Oh, Castlevania. Golden Axe. Oh my god, I had that for the Mega Drive. There we go, Mega Drive. Oh yes. Fantastic. So, guys, finally, we got there in the end. It took a while. We asked it to copy and paste, or to add a copy and paste feature, which took longer than it did to actually build the app. But now, as you can see, we have a fully fledged TopTen application. I was just wondering if I can install this as an application, but I'll probably just use an Electron wrapper and turn this into an application that I can use daily for adding to my YouTube videos. So look for the first TopTen after this YouTube video. I do appreciate if any of you stayed this long to watch this painful ending, but we did get there. We did complete it. We did do it inside of our token usage. We just had to pull Gemini in to wrap the last little tiny bit up, but we did get there. We got it done. We have another project to add to the list, and I'm very happy with that. So I appreciate if you watch me. I shall definitely see you in the next one, and thank you for joining me. Bye.